Hello, it's good to see you again. Today, we are going to work on writing. We are going to look at new tasks of writing. So, this should be an opportunity for you to practice writing. So now, let's have a look at the tasks and see how we can deal with them. So, this is task 1. Remember that in writing we have two tasks, task 1 and task 2. Now let's read task 1 and see what you have to do. Task 1. Complete the following paragraph about your best friend. Describe his or her appearance, personality, interests, and hobbies. And your paragraph begins with, my best friend's name is. So here we have to, as you can see, you have to complete this paragraph. Okay? So now, what do you think you have to do here? Well, you are asked to do what? To describe your best friend's appearance, personality, interests, and hobbies. So you have to write a special type of paragraphs. Okay, you have to write a descriptive paragraph. Okay, next, I want to remind you of how your paragraph should look like. So these are the parts of a good paragraph. So your paragraph should look like this burger. It should be as tasty as this burger. So as you can see, first in your paragraph you should include the topic sentence. Then, as you can see here, we have supporting details or supporting sentences. And while you are there, don't forget again to include colorful or varied vocabulary, and finally you should include a concluding sentence. So we said before that you have to write a descriptive paragraph, and I'm going to give you a kind of language that you can use to write a descriptive paragraph. So again, remember that you have to write about your best friend's or your friend's physical appearance, his personality or her personality, his or her interests and hobbies. We have, for example, to describe his or her physical appearance, you can say, for example, that your friend is quite good-looking, attractive, beautiful, etc. Is tall and thin with blue eyes, is short and fat with brown eyes, etc. You can say that your friend dresses casually or formally. To describe his or her personality, you can say that your friend is cheerful, is always friendly and loves, etc. You can say also that he can be, for example, aggressive, lazy, bossy, etc. Or you can say also that your friend has a great sense of humor. And the last thing that you have to write about is to describe your friend's interests and hobbies. You can say, for example, that your friend likes something. Likes reading, going to the gym, etc. You can say also that he is interested in, etc. Now, so remember that this is our topic sentence. So we are going to go step by step to write a well-organized paragraph. You can say, for example, we can start like this. You can say, my best friend's name is Sufyan. He is quite handsome. He is tall and rather plump, with short, straight hair and a round face. He's got light skin and big brown eyes. He dresses casually in jeans and trainers. So what we did here is that we described his physical appearance. Now we are going to move on to describe his personality. Also, Sufyan is very polite and friendly, and he's always ready to help others. He's extremely funny. It's fun to be around him. But he can be a bit arrogant and sometimes says unpleasant things to people. Well, that was his personality. Now we should have the last part, which is his interests and hobbies. Moreover, he likes to spend his free time reading and listening to music. His favorite singer is Eminem. I'm glad to have Sufyan as my friend. So as you can see, this is our paragraph, okay? And as you can see here in our paragraph, we started with the topic sentence, and I included the supporting sentences, and we have a conclusion here. So this is, as I said, our topic sentence, and I used different colors just to show you how I did it, or how a well-organized paragraph should look like. So this is your task 1. Okay, this is how your paragraph, how it should look like without the colors. Okay, now we are done with task 1. We are going to move on to task 2. Okay, so as I said, we completed task 1, and we said that we should respect certain criteria. Like, for example, our paragraph should include a topic sentence, supporting sentences, and a concluding sentence. So now let's move on to see, or to have a look at task number 2 and what you have to do. So, task number 2. I am tired of Facebook and let me read from the beginning. Task number 2, write a reply to the following email. I'm tired of Facebook and WhatsApp, and I think I should stop using them. What do you think about this? I really need your advice. Your friend, Sue. And your email should begin like this. Hi, Sue. So now, in this task, you have to write an email. And in English, remember that we have 2 types of emails. We have informal emails and formal emails. Now, in this task, what do you think? Do you think that you should write a formal email or an informal email? Well, in this task, you should write this. You should write an informal email. Why? Because it's just you're writing to your friend, Sue. Next, I want to talk about writing an informal email. So concerning the language, it should be relaxed and friendly. Why? Because you're just writing to your friend, okay? So you should just use everyday language, or what we call informal language. Next, we have the structure. So first, you should include an opening and closing formula. An opening like, for example, hi Sue, or dear Sue, and a closing formula like, for example, best wishes. We have an introductory and closing paragraph. Okay, we should have an introduction and a conclusion. And in between, we should have the body. Next, we have the topics of informal emails. So Usually informal emails deal with these topics, like, for example, advice, keeping fit, or organizing a party. In this task, the one you are asked to write, you are asked to give a piece of advice to your friend Sue. So now, I'm going to give you some suggestions, okay, some ideas, and later we are going to use these ideas to write a well-organized email. So your friend is asking you to give her a piece of advice on how to deal with WhatsApp and Facebook addiction. So for example, you can say that you can keep, the first advice is this: keep yourself busy by doing these activities. You can, for example, take up new hobbies like playing football, swimming, etc. Next, you can, for example, put yourself on a Facebook diet. So what does it mean? It means try to challenge yourself. Try to stay away from Facebook. That is, stay away from Facebook for a period of time, like 2 hours, 3 hours, etc. Next, we have turn off Facebook and WhatsApp notifications. Now, and the last advice is this: if none of the suggestions are helpful, as I said, just try to delete the 2 apps. That's the only solution until you are done with your exams. So, we said now we are going to try to put those ideas, the ideas I just mentioned, we are going to put them together to have a well-organized email. So we have Hi Sue. Okay, this is our opening formula. So we are going to start by this: it's good to hear from you. It's true that Facebook and WhatsApp can be addictive. So if I were you, I would take I would take into consideration the following suggestions to deal with this problem. So this was our introduction. Now we are going to move on to the body of our email. First, I don't suggest uninstalling the 2 apps because they offer great modes of communication. But you can try to keep yourself busy by taking up new hobbies such as reading, listening to music, or going to the movies. Another idea: second, you should stop the temptation to use WhatsApp and Facebook by setting yourself a challenge not to use them for a period of time. Third, turn off WhatsApp and Facebook notifications and remove the app's icons from the main screen. This will help you fight the desire to click on them every time you check your phone. Finally, if none of these suggestions are helping, I advise you to uninstall Facebook and WhatsApp until you are done with your exams. And this is that was our body, the body of the email. Now we have the concluding paragraph here. So I hope my suggestions are useful. See you soon. And this is our closing formula, which is best wishes. So as you can see, let me now repeat myself. So first we need to include an opening formula. Then we have to write our introductory paragraph. Then we have the body and our concluding paragraph. And of course, finally, you need to include a closing formula. Now, this is how your paragraph, how it should look like, okay? without the colors. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is this, a checklist. You need to have a checklist. Why? Because a checklist makes you a better writer. Okay, so now this is our checklist. Okay, so now we are going to see if we respected this or these criteria in our paragraph. So the first criterion here is this. The paragraph your paragraph should include enough information. That is, your paragraph should be well developed. Okay, next one we have, you need to check if your sentences are clear and short. So now let's have a look at our paragraph. Okay, so we said that our sentences should be clear and short. It means that they should make sense, they should be meaningful, and they should serve the purpose of our writing. So, for example, in this task, I just used short and simple sentences. Like, for example, my best friend's name is Sufyan. It's short and clear. He is quite handsome. It's the same. And my paragraph goes on like this, just short and clear sentences. Try to write like this. It will help you avoid making mistakes. The next criterion is this. Your paragraph should include a topic sentence, supporting sentences, and a concluding sentence. So, as you can see here, our paragraph has a topic sentence. This is our topic sentence. We have supporting sentences in the middle. And then we have our concluding sentence here. Next, we have linking words. Did I use linking words in my paragraph? Well, let's have a look. Yes, I did. I used some linking words, like, for example, also, moreover, sometimes, okay? And remember that linking words they make your writing look beautiful. They help you move from one idea to the next easily. Next, we have the verbs. Did we respect the tenses? Did we use appropriate tenses? Yes, we did. Okay, for example, we have my best friend's name is Sufyan. He is quite handsome. He is tall and rather plump with short, straight hair and a round face, etc. So I respected, I used appropriate tenses because because I'm talking about my friend, I should use here the simple present. Next, let's see if the words are spelled correctly. Yes, you need to pay attention to this. You need to spell your words correctly. Like, for example, plump, short. I'm talking about all of the words I included in my paragraph. And here we have, let's see if I used correct punctuation and capitalization. So, as you can see here, yes, I used correct or proper punctuation. For example, we have my best friend's name is Sufyan, full stop. He is quite handsome, full stop. For example, when I used this linking word, I used a comma. After this linking word, also a comma. Moreover, a comma. And the last thing here we have is capitalization. So now, of course, we need to capitalize some words. Like, for example, we have my, M, starts with a capital letter. Sufyan is a proper noun. Yes, I used a capital letter. I wrote S in a capital letter, etc. So Capitalisation, that was the last thing I talked about today. So concerning writing emails, remember that today we wrote an informal email. And in informal email, you should respect the format, that is the form of writing informal email. So first you need to include an opening formula, then an introductory paragraph. In the middle we have the body, and then the concluding paragraph. And finally we have the closing formula. So that was all for today. I hope you learned something from today's class. Now, I want you to take a pen and paper and try to write your own version. See you next time.